Hi, I'm back today with a new video. I thought it would be nice to give a little classroom tour for those who have not had the opportunity to see our classroom in depth, or for those who are music teachers and would just like to see how somebody else has their classroom set up. I hope you enjoy. As you enter the classroom, you can see that it is fairly large. It's a really nice size for students to be able to move about, have their own personal space, and to work in groups when the occasion calls for it. I have the chairs set up in a sort of modified circular pattern. On this wall, we have wooden shelves where we store guitars that we were fortunate enough to get because people donated money on Donors Choose. My fourth graders store their recorders for recorder class, and we have our keyboards that we set up for the middle school students during the half of the year that they have music. I also store various rhythm instruments, amplifiers, books, my really big music staff chart paper, other various percussion instruments, and books and other curriculum pieces. At one point in time, all of these had the metal doors on them. I have one little row left to remove. It just makes the classroom look more open, and we don't actually use this for band instrument storage, so there's no need to have the lockers on here. The reason we don't use these for band instrument storage is because there's actually nowhere else to store books and classroom instruments in here. So we really need these for general music storage. Over here, we have a practice room that's a nice size, and our class word wall, the electric piano. We're in the process of trying to raise money for a new one because one of the speakers on this one has blown. Our whiteboards, and again, just another general view of the classroom. Against the back wall, I have a filing cabinet, 2 acoustic upright pianos. They're not in the best shape in the world, but they're not in bad shape considering they're 35 plus years old. A storage cart that holds media components and other things. A large storage cabinet that holds supplies, instruments, etc. A rolling cart for frequently used classroom instruments and supplies, egg shakers, mallets, hand drums, tambourines, wood blocks, sand blocks, etc. A second practice room, and our classroom computers. We have 2 student PCs and 3 Mac desktops, one of them supplied by the district, and we have 2 brand new ones that we just got last week thanks to generous donors on donorschoose.org. We're really excited to have those. We'll be able to make great use of them second half of the year with middle school for our songwriting and composition elective, plus many other things in our regular general music classes. Over here we have some storage for other supplies and things. Great sink always comes in handy in the classroom. Some bins with some classroom books. Another MacBook for the students to use when we need to. It also comes in handy to hook up to the projector. My desk, I recently switched to a much smaller computer desk instead of the larger traditional teacher desk to free up more room in the classroom. You can see I have my plan book pulled up on the computer screen. Over here I have my little media cart, which is actually a kitchen trolley from the Container Store, which is about $75. You can actually get a teacher discount through there, so it makes it a little bit less expensive. And it works out pretty nicely actually for a media cart, and it's much less expensive than other options from Staples and similar companies. I'm able to put my projector on there, my laptop, store cords, my hover cam, etc. And it's on wheels and it has handles. It works out quite nicely, and when I want to pack it up in at the end of the school year for the summer, I actually can fold it up and it stores in a cabinet very easily. Over here, I have baskets of Boomwhackers, which are a student favorite. Students of all ages, K through 8, enjoy these. I have an entire set, both bass and treble. These are my treble Boomwhackers. It's hard to find an efficient way to store these. I find that little laundry baskets, which I got from the Dollar Tree, work out nicely for the treble Boomwhackers. I haven't found an efficient way yet to store bass Boomwhackers. I currently have them in one of the longer cubbies. You can see though that there's a bit of overhang. I was thinking perhaps of getting a tall laundry basket to put these in, but I am not quite sure yet. If anyone has any suggestions on how to store these efficiently and neatly, I would greatly appreciate that. Leave a comment or send me an email. That would be so much appreciated. I would like to find a way to be able to store them up in the front of the classroom neatly with the other Boomwhackers, because they're really fun to look at. It really brightens up the classroom and the kids enjoy seeing them and using them. The classroom recently, as of last spring, got a new floor. We used to have carpeting in here. We now have a nice new tile floor, which is much nicer for people who have allergies. It's much easier to keep clean. This past summer, I came in and I painted the walls this lovely color. Actually, thanks to Sherwin-Williams, I sent them a tweet and asked if they would be willing to donate some paint to a classroom in need of sprucing up, and they were kind enough to send me a gift card, and I was able to paint the classroom this really nice color. Anyone who's interested in the color, it's the shade Whole Wheat by Sherwin-Williams, and it was just a nice way to spruce up the classroom and do a color other than white that was still neutral yet pleasing to the eye. And actually, if you look at the bulletin board over here, the blue and sort of goldish whole wheat color create our Linden STEAM Academy school colors. I really hope that you enjoyed this classroom tour. If you haven't been able to see our classroom yet, now you're able to. And if you're a music teacher, I hope maybe it gave you some ideas on how to set up your classroom. If you also have a music classroom tour, I would appreciate it if you linked me to it, so maybe I could get some ideas from yours. If you have any suggestions on storage options for Boomwhackers, like I said, please leave a comment. I am always willing to look at new storage and organization concepts. I really like them. So please leave a comment down below or send an email. Also, please check out our Donors Choose link that will also be linked down below. Thanks a lot and have a great day.